everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trap Recruiter and the Shark present Rocking Around the Recruiter Tree. We are so excited today. We have one of our favorite people joining us to chat about all things holiday recruiting. Uh, the incomparable Vee Richardson, who is an accomplished ambitious talent hunter, an entrepreneur, a political strategist, a nerd, a boy mom, a goddess, of course, wearer of elf ears, and the star of Tips from a Recruiter and live from the minivan, hailing from down the street from me. None of your business.
I like that.
Our friend Vee Richardson. Vee, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Hey guys, no, that was a wonderful introduction. Thank you.
Incredible, Vee. What's up, girl?
It's so good that the what is that movie line? The band is back together.
The band is back together, and I think everyone is going to be so surprised that everyone's influence from previous holiday shows have rubbed off on me. Like, I got on my holiday, tartan.
Yeah, look at the Santa. See the
Santa.
I
like that.
Wow, look at that.
I like.
He's on a spaceship. Yeah.
Yes, I've got the holiday mug with the homemade peppermint mocha coffee to start the morning off. Like, I'm a whole new person. I don't know. The Grinch's heart is melting.
Boy, we'll see this year. What do you think, Vee? I think it's gonna be a 50-50. I don't know.
I was a Grinch until I put my tree up last night, and now I'm into it now.
Okay.
Did you put your tree up last night, Vee? Mine's been up for 4 weeks.
Last night, and then I cleaned up and mopped and swept, and now I'm tired. But I got some more to do today, then I'm done.
Yeah, I saw your snoop on the stoop.
You like the snoop? Oh my God, I'm so excited about the snoop. Yes.
You gotta tell us about it real quick, Vee. What's the snoop on the stoop?
So the whole elf on the shelf phenomenon. I mean, my kids grew up with it. I don't know if you're familiar.
Yeah, it's embedded in our head. It's like everywhere you go.
Yeah. So basically, this elf on the shelf thing, you get this elf. I hope no kids are listening. You get this elf and you basically place him, and you know how elves are mischievous and they do stuff. So the parents just place the elf in different locations in the house every day. And the kid's like, Mom, the elf moved. And then they got to figure out, they can figure out how he moved and where he's going next. And he does. And they do mischievous stuff in the house. And so Snoop Dogg has a Snoop on the stoop. Oh, can I go get him real quick?
You get it. Go, girl.
Okay, hold on.
I didn't know he had something. Go ahead, Snoop.
Yeah. So you don't have your coffee, Rich?
Not
only
does Snoop have his Snoop on the stoop, but he has a Martha Stewart elf as well. And they sell them on his website.
That's adorable.
They're on sale right now, $20 each. You guys gotta
look at this. Snoop.
He's
smoking a spliff.
He's got a little joint in his mouth.
Well, no, he doesn't do that anymore now. You know that.
No, that was marketing. That was marketing.
Okay.
You see it?
I love it.
No.
And by the way, Snoop's on LinkedIn now too, guys. You know that, right?
We got to connect.
I reach out to him all the time. I mean, he gets 1 million people, but yeah, he's on LinkedIn. Yeah, check it out.
So this little doll, $20, has made my year.
I love it.
All right. So I think we should just stay. I think we should stay on those type of questions for right now. Talk about the holiday.
I love that, Vee. And you know what I did? You're gonna laugh at this. I do shark on the shelf. Does that count?
Yes, you can do.
I have little sharks, and they go around last year for my friends. Yeah.
All right. So what do you think? What do you think, Rich? We start with the holiday questions, or we end with them?
We can start right now, real quick. While we're on Snoop, and I love Snoop. So I tell you what, favorite song from Snoop. Go ahead, shoot it, Vee. Which one is it?
Oh my God.
Early in the morning.
Has to be the Chronic he did with Dre. That very first collaboration with him and Dre.
Nothing but a G thing.
Nothing but a G thing. And then the understated 187.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very controversial early in the morning.
Oh, the case that they gave me.
And of course, Ain't Nothing But a G Thing, and a couple others, but those are my two favorite, I would say, from him.
Okay.
I like Gin and Juice and What's My Name. I mean, the Snoop Dogg name, he's running with the dogs. What's My Name when he did his solo stuff.
Yeah.
So your doggy style album.
Yeah.
The first one.
Oh, we're going way back now. We're going way back.
We could have a whole nother show.
We're going MTV back. Yeah, baby.
I like that. I like that.
Dude, you know me. I'm about my MTV. Oh.
So yeah, we should have another show all about hip hop and our favorite.
We gotta get through this one first.
Yeah. I'm giving you some more ideas, KG. Some more.
Oh my goodness. I'm overwhelmed with.
See what happens when the Snoop comes out? The ideas start flowing.
Yep.
All right, V. Let's jump into these questions. What unique challenges do recruiters face during the holiday season, and how do you navigate to ensure a smooth hiring process?
Well, if you would have asked me that a year ago, I would have said, the candidates are kind of tuned out and, I'm having trouble reaching people on the phone. But no, right now, nothing has slowed down. I mean, I have candidates emailing me 1, 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I didn't hear from you yesterday. Where's my appointment? Where's my scheduled interview? And I'm looking at the timestamps and I'm like, what in the world is going on? So these candidates seem to be up 24/7 online, applying, emailing, contacting recruiters. There were a lot of layoffs recently. So the timing of all of those FANG companies putting all those recruiters on the street and putting all those candidates on the street, people are like, look, Christmas is canceled. I need a job.
Yep.
That's what I'm hearing.
And you know what, V, you're so true with that, because unemployment these days does not cut it with the way the economy is. You can't live off unemployment for 6 months at all. You need a job now. Right.
And then I was reading some stats early this morning, and the Bureau of Labor Statistics said that we added 299,000 jobs in September. What's this? This is December, September. And I'm like, okay. And then they're like, oh, this is a sign that the job market is still robust. Okay, whatever.
Come on, man. Really? With 10 million openings, right?
Take that stuff to the North Pole, because
so we got to jump on this real quick. They say these jobs, what are they? $14 an hour jobs. These aren't jobs that are like, you have to work 3 jobs. So every person's working 3 jobs. So
so if you dig down into the data, into the numbers, that's what you're going to see, a higher percentage. And guess where all the jobs are?
Government.
In the gig economy.
And the government and healthcare had the highest.
And government and healthcare. That's it.
And a lot of that, some of those folks came back from the strikes they've had. So those are reclaimed jobs. They're not necessarily new jobs.
Correct. You guys will know, like, next month it'll be up because of hospitality and also the seasonal work, They didn't say it's only like a 30-day thing. They're like, well, if you work 1 day, it counts.
Yeah.
I didn't see as much seasonal work, honestly. And the few times I have been somewhere, I think they're understaffed.
Always.
Folks still haven't returned to the malls, and they don't have a lot of people working. I mean, the malls are mostly self-service. Like department stores are mostly self-service right now. They have like one huge place, like one area where you check out. Like I went to Macy's a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, where's the people used to be in every department used to have their own sales associates? No, they're all behind this huge desk. They did that when Lord and Taylor shut down too in the mall here. So we'll see.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know who's writing these labor reports, but they need to come out of their offices and go into these stores. And
100% V.
The BLS reports are most accurate, I think, though. The BLS reports are like, if you go beyond the headline and you read what the numbers really are, like they do tell the true story. Like I said, like when they're replaying jobs, when they're they don't account for people who are, like you said, not on unemployment rolls because they're working multiple smaller jobs to, get to one major job. And we have to be honest, these jobs aren't paying a livable wage. So
not at all. No, I mean, okay, so we got to say this real quick before we get to the next one. Santa Claus, can you bring us better pay wages? I mean, seriously, at the end of the day, I got to tell you, all three of us are probably more successful in our career, but it seems like we have less money in the bank. Does that make sense? It's just
for me.
Us. It's everybody in America. But it's everybody in America. I mean, you go to Sam's Club or I go to like Kroger's or something like that. I'm dropping $200 for groceries by myself.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad out there for everybody, even people that claim that, I'm making over $250K. Okay, if you're making over $250K, then you're spending $250K. So don't do that. It's hard for everybody. Everybody that I know is budgeting have told me this is going to be a light Christmas.
It is. Seriously, they said it's down big time. And you know what I've noticed real quick here, a little off schedule, is every time you go somewhere, they want you to add a tip. Even fast food now, a tip. A tip's everywhere. That comes out of our salary and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know about how you guys feel like that, but if I go to Wendy's, do you tip the drive-through person for 2 seconds?
Well, do you have to tip at Wendy's now?
You don't have to. They ask you to.
Yep.
I did not know that. Okay, well, I'll watch out for it, but I didn't.
Or donation to like a charity or something like that. But
I am a charity. Donate to me. Shoot.
The only thing is, I will say this: if it's big corporations, watch it, because that charity, they can write that off at the end of the year, like the big corporations. So basically, they're using your money to have a write-off.
Right. Now, I
like to give it to small.
I'll contribute a donation to a charity, but not Wendy's or whatever.
For the Frosties.
Sorry, Wendy's. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, if you guys get a chance, that peppermint Frosty's pretty damn good. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God.
I don't go to Wendy's. I don't go to Wendy's. Hey, Rich, let's skip to question 3.
All right.
Let's do 3, because I don't think we're going to do these. Like, we're not going to do these questions that I came up with. Our conversations never go as planned.
No. When you got the famous V on the house, I haven't talked to her 2 years, man. We got a lot to catch up.
I know, we got to catch enough to do.
Number 3, you ready for this? Can you share a memorable recruiting success story that holds particular to during the holiday season? So, any success stories during the holiday season for hiring or internal?
Well, I'm going to tell you this story, and I'm just going to pretend it was during the holiday season. So, in my current company, we were having a really hard time recruiting some tech folks in the Chicago area. Now, you would think that as big as the Chicagoland area is, we wouldn't have any issues, but it is a union town. And the market is kind of saturated in the positions that I recruit for on an ongoing basis. So I had to come up with with a pretty innovative idea of how we're going to fill these positions, because they had been open before I came to the company. So they had been open for a long time. So I came up with the idea that I used at a former company to have a pop-up recruiting fair. No, I called it a pop-up recruiting event is what I called it. So basically, we found a brewery in Chicago. It was awesome. And we shipped our kid out there and set up a job fair in this brewery, and invited people to come out from the network, folks that had applied for the jobs. And let me tell you, we had to fill 5 jobs that day. It was only a 1-day pop-up. We had to fill 5 minimum. And not only did we fill 5 minimum, but we filled 3 or 4 more after I got back home. And let me tell you, so they were very pleased with me, and now they want to implement pop-up job fairs across the company.
Yeah,
we're going to be rolling that out next year, and it was just a tremendous success. And let me tell you, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know if anybody was going to show up. But, we work with a couple of external vendors to help us get the candidates rolled in. And it was great. It was great.
And you know what I love about that? You did just what I'm thinking. You got to think outside the box. This shit coming to the office, nobody wants that. They want fun. You're gonna love this quick. Next V, I might as well give a little secret out. I'm buying a Jeep Wrangler and I'm going to offices and set up a big, I call it a pop-up job bar. I'm gonna sit there with music, throw t-shirts out, have like a mini concert on my Jeep. You're gonna get hired on the Wrangler with the Shark. I mean,
I love that. I love that.
I want that kind of shit. Anybody out there listening, nobody wants a cubicle. Nobody wants to take a test. All this, we've done that for 13 years in high school. Seriously, we don't need that.
Yeah, we got to stop doing that old stuff.
We got have fun. Throw a shirt on, t-shirt, throw something on, have fun with it.
And here's the other thing. And I also went to an event called the Tailgate Job Fair.
Ooh. Okay.
Where the recruiters came out to a big parking lot, set up a table, and people drove up and walked up to your table and talked to you.
It's like what they call that, trunk or treating.
Yeah.
But you know what? Real quick, guys. Job fairs are so boring. I don't even go to job fairs anymore. Aren't they boring? They set up, they're on their phone, it's all quiet. I put music on, rap music and stuff. They're like, dude, you got to get out of here. But people love that. They come to you because it's entertainment, a piece of candy. And can you give me your resume? Oh, it looks good. We'll talk. We'll call you. That's so freaking boring.
Yeah. You know what they did at one job fair? They bought an igloo cooler. It was a blue igloo cooler.
There's alcohol in it.
Put ice and blue Gatorades in the cooler. And everybody was at our tent. At our station. Everybody came. They were like, can we get a Gatorade? It's like, sure, come on over. You looking for a job? Come on over, talk to us. I mean, we're highly engaging, pretty bright colors on the tent, whatever you call that thing, the stand. Yeah. And then we had a couch there. Everybody's coming over, sitting on the couch. I mean, we got to make it appealing for people nowadays. This is 2024 almost.
Yeah.
No job.
We are in the TikTok generation. We got to make it freaking fun.
Well, I got to say, you guys know me, like I've mostly been a corporate recruiter for the majority of my career. So they do those things depending on the audience. So when you're interviewing or you're having a hiring event or a invitational or whatever, like we used to do in the clear community with experienced people, that kind of stuff does not work. Like you can't do that. There's too much liability, we'll say, the more fun that you inject. But, the college recruiters, they do a great deal of connecting. They have a much better time connecting with folks that way. But what we don't do enough of is when we go to these, when we have these huge events and it's a whole bunch of different companies, like we're still doing things the same way. We're taking their resume, even if we say, we're interviewing on the spot. It's kind of clunky. It doesn't always work. So if we can reimagine what the purpose of those things are, like they really are to meet people and collect resumes. Like we got to not try to redefine what the purpose of a job fair is. Like it's for pipeline building. It literally is getting people who you wouldn't necessarily know are looking to come out and apply, or even people who are looking and who, may be even in your pool, being able to meet them and connect with them in person, giving them the opportunity to say, hey, I'm going to be at booth 749, come by and say hi. And they do that and you connect with them and you say, oh, well, none of this stuff was on their resume. They're an awesome person. Like we gotta reimagine, what we're thinking about it.
The big thing is I love to do is I put video. I put my screen up there and stuff like that. I do a video with them. 2 minute. Let's do a 2-minute chat. Me and you back and forth. Yeah. I get a picture with them. Usually I'm dressed crazy with my shark shit on or something like that. And they're loving it. And they're like, right there, you're building a report. I don't even care what your resume looks like. Let's bring you in. I'll sort it out later, And I think that's the big thing. Paper resumes, I got to tell you, that thing's the past. It's like now everything's digital. Scan a QR code and get to where you need to be.
Yeah. And what I think is that, except for the clear community, and we have to figure something out fun.
I've been trying. Listen, I tried. No one listens to me.
Well, let's you and I talk about that, because I think that's a whole untapped market in terms of also veterans and veteran spouses.
Oh, absolutely.
And folks, untapped markets just sitting out there. And but we got to come up with innovative ideas to capture their attention. If you could capture their attention, you can get them in the door or wherever. So
True story. All right, let's just go on ahead and ask one more recruiter related question, and then we're going to move to the holiday stuff, because I think my mishap put us over time a bit. I am on the struggle bus early in the morning.
Drinking that coffee, KG.
I am. I'm getting it. I'm getting it down. All right. So, what advice do you have for job seekers who are navigating a holiday job market? And are there any seasonal adjustments they should be aware of in their job search strategy?
I really highly recommend that job seekers, first of all, please keep your LinkedIn profile updated and make sure that your resume matches your LinkedIn profile. I've been saying this for 15 years. Recruiters tend to check LinkedIn profiles first before they even look at a resume in most cases. I mean, I'm old school. I don't do that. I look at it all. But those sometimes agency recruiters that have 50, 60, 70 recs on their desk, they don't have a lot of time to go through resumes and LinkedIn. So they'll just peep at LinkedIn and then peep at your resume later. So make sure you get those in sync. And folks, we live on these things, right? Keep your resume on your phone. All right. I've said it a million gajillion times. Don't ever, 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 ever tell a recruiter, "Oh, I'll send you my resume when I get home." No, we don't do that.
Digital, baby. Keep it digital.
By the time you get in your car, your job is taken by somebody else. Don't do that.
Yeah.
And listen, another thing I recommend, a couple more things I recommend, is that you get this little thing called a dot. Have you guys seen this? It's a little credit card size card that has your personal QR code on it.
Oh yeah.
So when you're going to interviews or you're going to events or anything, as a recruiter, I recruit everywhere. I mean, I recruit from the grocery store, 7-Eleven,
the bar.
And people say, "Well, can I have your card?" Oh, I don't carry cards, but you can scan my dot with your phone. It's awesome.
I love it. Look at
That's
this.
$20 I ever spent. Yes.
Scan the shark, I call it. You scan me everywhere you go. You want my channel? You want this? Goes right to LinkedIn. Boom. There you are. You're chatting with me.
Everybody's connected to the shark.
That's it. One last thing is to continue to network. I tell my clients and also my corporate people I work with in my corporate job, listen, talk to everybody. Be nice to people. Okay. You talking to that lady in the grocery line, and she may be the senior VP of the company you've been wanting to work for 10 years. Sure. So just say, "Hi, how are you?" It works every time.
Kindness is the number one thing in the world. If you can be kind, you'll be successful.
Yeah. And I know the introverts are going to come on and say, "Well, V, I just can't seem to do that."
Well, you can't. Then what happens? You fall behind.
Yep. The introverts have to really do some soul searching and figure out what works for them, because we all have to go through the interview process. So it's going to happen. So that's a whole nother conversation, KG.
Okay. All right, Rich, I'm going to throw questions 7 and 9 to you.
Okay. Let me pull it up real quick. While we're on this subject, okay, real quick, one last thing I want to talk about with UV about, what do you think about job seekers in December right now? Should they still apply for jobs or put their feet back? I think right now, my opinion is decision makers are still in the office. Sometimes smaller companies, they're there, the staff's off, they can look at stuff. I always say the next couple of weeks, ramp it up a little bit more.
Listen, I'm a recruiter. I used up all my PTO in the beginning of the year. So I'm taking 2 days here, 2 days there. So I'm actually going to be in the office on the 26th. So I'm still working. Recruiters are still working. Continue to apply, but keep track of every job you apply for. And people, whatever you do, please, if a recruiter calls you, don't say this. Well, I applied for a lot of jobs. Which one are you calling about?
Yep.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Okay, so let's reverse this.
That'll introduce you to Mr. Click very fast.
Let's reverse this. Any recruiters out there, please call your candidates back. All I see all the time is ghosting on both sides, man.
On the other side of the coin, if you don't want to pick up the phone and call a candidate back, send them a quick email. People just want to know, just want to be acknowledged.
Just be honest. If they lost the job, don't ghost them. Say, hey, you didn't make the job. I think sometimes our recruiters, I don't do this, but you know what? If the candidate doesn't get the job, they feel like, well, I don't make no money off that person. I'm just going to ghost them. That's not the way I operate. It's like, follow up and say, hey, you didn't make this job, but let's work on something else. You didn't lose out.
I don't ghost.
Not to be controversial, but I think that corporate recruiters ghost more than third-party recruiters.
Oh, I think so too.
I believe it. Oh yeah, I've heard it all the time.
No, they might be neck and neck at this point.
No, because here's the thing. Like he just said, he calls them like, oh, they're thinking they're going to lose out on money, but I think that a third-party recruiter, because the bulk of their money comes from their placements, they want to be able, especially when it's someone they've now invested time with, that's been in the interview process for a client and for particular positions, they're going to want to continue to market them to other people and to other companies and to other positions, or for the next job that comes around. I think they stay a little bit more invested. And those of us, we have that mindset because like I came from staffing first. I started in staffing and that translated into corporate. And I think that's why corporate started probably around the, like the early 2000s, like after the second .com crash, if you remember, like even corporate jobs, they desired people that had worked at an agency before, or they were pulling their third-party recruiters into their companies and saying, hey, come set up a, like a mini staffing agency within our thing. We'll call it surge work. And then that evolved into, now those are your sourcers. Yes. Those are your first points of contact, because those are the people that build the relationships and build that foundation. But it's been, well, like I said, I think it's been corporate recruiters that have done a little bit less of a good job when it comes to ghosting, because ghosting doesn't happen as much as we say it does. I just think that we hear about the most extreme cases and then we make those the norm, and that they're not the norm.
Well, I've been seeing a lot of chatter and traffic on LinkedIn about recruiters ghosting, and people are out 100%. There really mad. They're hating recruiters.
But right now. I don't think we're defining ghosting correctly, though.
And when I see those, I always get on the post and I'll say, let me explain to you all how recruiters work.
Okay.
And I'm not offering excuses why recruiters ghosting, because I speak against that all the time. I think we should be professional and I think we should follow up. But I always get on and try to explain, the different types of recruiters and what we actually do. And some of us do take the time to respond. So it's not all of us, right?
Right. But I also think that we have gotten to a situation where we call everything ghosting. Like you applied for a job at a huge global company, that has 200 responses in an hour. Yeah. And you didn't get a response at all. That's not ghosting. That's not ghosting. You applied and you didn't hear back. That's not ghosting. What's ghosting is when you have already made initial contact and you have, you're in the process and you're trying to get feedback. Like that's when you got
ghosted. You know what? You're so true with that. And with me working with 5 other agencies that I call competition, but they're not really. Every one of them, I would say 7 candidates come into my door, call me and say that other company ghosted me. I went through the interview process. I went for the interview. And I called them and said, did anything happen? Just died off. So it's like, we picked our 4 candidates. The rest of you didn't get the job. We didn't, just goodbye. Like that is ghosting, and that's bad in our industry.
Is absolutely
that's effing bad. And it's, it makes me upset sometimes, and these recruiters don't give a shit because, they're sourcers basically. They're not recruiters like us. They pay them cheap money. They just say, just source as many people as you can. And that's it, Right. All right. I'll humbug on that one. Let's go to the happy holiday stuff. Okay, so V,
Yeah.
favorite holiday tradition. What do you do during the holidays?
Typically the favorite thing for me was always the cousins coming over. Oh no, Christmas night or whatever, have the family over for dinner, I mean, I had like 60, 70 cousins. Yeah. So, we would all gather at one family member's house and we would just stay there all night and just talk and eat and watch movies and, listen to music or whatever. So that's my favorite memory.
I love it.
I love it too. You know what mine is real quick? I got to tell you this. My mom's 78 years old. She reads me and my two brothers the night before Christmas.
Are you serious?
The book is from
my
great grandma. It's a 1947 book, the old book. She pulls out the old 1947 book and reads it to us. Yes.
Shout out to Mama Shark. I love it.
We have to have our Santa hats on. And got to let you know, this is something I got to tell you. My mom, she'd tell you this. I've always had a picture taken since I've been 2 years old. Video cameras, the ones in the 80s with the big. So I've been in front of a camera all our life. So we get tripods set up at our house and we have to film everything all the time. Swear to God. The Rosers are always on film.
Clearly. I know you are.
No, you guys are kind of
shy. Me where I'm at. See?
No, you guys are kind of shy. We got to bring you out of your shells.
So I got to ask you, V, real quick for KG jumps in. What is your favorite holiday song? We had this yesterday. So
The Temptations.
Ooh,
Silent Night.
No. Wait a minute. No, I have two. Two. The Nat King Cole Christmas song, of course, and then the Temptations, Merry Christmas.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about favorite holiday movie?
Home Alone, The Blues Brothers.
The Blues Brothers is a holiday movie?
The Blues Brothers is a Christmas movie. Yes, it is. And of course, Die Hard.
I was going to say, do you know Die Hard's back in the movies now? The 40th or the anniversary. Die Hard is back.
Anniversary. And get this, When Harry Met Sally.
That's a holiday?
Yes, it is.
Oh, it sure is.
And When Harry Met Sally, the 30th anniversary of that movie.
Wow.
These
are when Harry Met Sally and the Blues Brothers are new additions to the must-watch movie list, Rich.
Yeah. What about? Are you a Hallmark girl or not, V? Are you a Hallmark girl? Do you watch Hallmark movies?
I don't. They're all the same. They drive me nuts.
Happy ending, right?
Sorry, Hallmark. No, I can't.
Listen,
I can't.
I told them yesterday when we were talking to Christina. I watched them.
You watch?
You know what's funny is it's all the TV actors back in the 90s are on them now, right?
There's only four leading men and 4 leading women, and they just swap.
All town, and at the end they make up and
listen. Can't do. But my other all-time favorite Christmas movie, Trading Places.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you gotta love Eddie Murphy.
You added 3 great movies. We appreciate that. All right, what about your favorite holiday food?
Oh, geez. Collard greens.
That is not holiday food.
That's holiday food.
It's just a food.
Collard greens, baked mac and cheese.
Oh my goodness.
Turkey wings.
Oh, okay.
Sweet potato souffle. Now that we're in 2023, we get all fancy.
All right, time out, V. We got to send some of this stuff up this way. Woo, we in the North don't eat like that.
Yes. All of that holiday food is just comfort. It's comfort.
Okay, I'll definitely be making greens and black-eyed peas on New Year's Eve.
How about mashed potatoes? Y'all do mashed potatoes?
I don't do mashed potatoes for my kids because they don't really eat them. I just kind of do the basic stuff that I know they'll eat. So everything I name, they will eat. Cranberry sauce.
How about green bean casserole? Green bean casserole. Seriously, have you ever had that before?
Nope. I've had it, but
it's got the crunchiness and it has
terrible.
It's not a staple. It's like an extra over there.
It's an extra. Yeah. So you guys do turkey or ham? Which one is
both?
We do both too. See, is that crazy? Most people up in Pennsylvania does ham. I like both. No. My mom's like, no, we're doing turkey too.
Yep.
So I think you guys know this. I don't care for turkey. On Thanksgiving, I don't eat turkey. My uncle fries fried chicken for me because I like fried chicken.
You're the only one that's not sleeping after I eat.
Well, I just don't. I mean, I'll eat a turkey. I'll eat like a turkey hoagie. Like I just don't like I don't think. And I'll eat turkey wings. They taste good. I put turkey meat in my greens.
Right.
But I don't necessarily like want to carve off some turkey and eat it.
My son is with you, KG. He does not like turkey, so we get him Popeye's chicken every year.
I love that. Ooh. I love that for him. And we also make a roast.
Oh, that's good.
You'll be having a major meal.
We'll have on Christmas, especially on Christmas, because Christmas is at my parents' house. We'll have a ham, a roast, and a turkey.
Yeah. And Popeye's chicken.
Popeye's chicken.
No, not Popeyes.
You gotta have Popeyes. You gotta try Popeye's chicken this year.
Okay, so you all gonna love this. Popeyes, it's okay. I'm a Bojangle kid. You gotta love Bojangles.
Bojangles is better. Thank you.
Bojangles, dirty rice. Come on.
Thank you.
I'm all about the. You know what's funny is, Vee, when I travel, I go through Charlotte just to go to the airport so I can have Bojangles. I swear to God.
Have you guys getting that Bojangle thing?
There's a Bojangles right across from the Costco by you, right?
That chicken is hard as rocks. Sorry,
listen, their chicken wings have the correct amount of garlic to chicken ratio. That is what makes chicken. Popeye's chicken is nasty. My
God, that's blasphemy.
Right, okay, so let's all agree on one. KFC is bad, right? KFC.
Yeah, it's too mushy.
I like KFC. I like KFC.
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Always
Only the mashed potatoes and gravy, Vee, is it.
I tell
you what, no, their coleslaw and their mac and cheese is pretty good too. I ain't gonna lie. That's all we got up the north here. We have a Popeyes just came in, so my mom loves. By the way, my mom loves Popeyes. By the way, 2 years ago for her birthday, I bought her $150 worth of Popeyes chicken for 4 of us, and she tore it up. No, my mom at 78 can tear about 20 pieces of chicken in one night. You're like, damn.
Please.
I like you from the South, Mom, or what?
All right. Can we all agree that Royal Farms has good fried chicken?
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
The gas station chicken. Yes, ma'am. My kids love. As a matter of fact, I might switch up and get them Royal Farms.
Gas station chicken. I love how you said that. You gotta.
The gas station.
It's not though, because it's more of a store now. Like once you go in the Royal Farms, like once you go inside, like you come out smelling like chicken.
So, quick story. I knew nothing about Royal Farms, right? So a coworker said, "Hey Vee, have you had Royal Farms chicken?" And I said, "What's that?" He said, "The chicken from the gas station." I said, "I ain't eating that crap." And he said, "Vee, you got to go try this chicken." And let me tell you, I made my way over there. Best chicken ever.
Yep.
And I told my sons, I bought some home for my sons, but I didn't tell them where I got it from because they're crazy. Okay. And so they said, "Oh, Mom, this chicken is good. This chicken is good." He said, "Where'd you get it from?" I said, "The gas station." And they were like, no. They were like, "Mom, that's straight cap." I'm like, "Hey, that's where I got it from."
All right. And try Crispy Crunchy too, because they have one not too far from you.
Which one?
Crispy Crunchy, also gas station chicken.
Crispy Crunchy? Where do you get that from?
Off 50.
Really?
Like, but your end, like the Aldi end. Yeah.
The Aldi end. Okay. Yeah. Crispy Crunchy. Okay.
Wow. All right. And then I'll go to my gas stations up here, and it's awful. It's like sweet peas and chicken tenders have been sitting for 3 hours in the Y'all, I'll eat some of that on a show, and I'll be having a gas attack and everything.
Oh no! You're just gonna have to drive down here and get you some Royal.
I know, across the Mason-Dixon line. Shit.
Or Super Chicken. Have you heard of Super Chicken?
No.
Oh, Super Chicken's good.
We've just done a great deal. We just done a lot of ads for some companies.
We did.
Right.
Send us some sponsorship dollars.
They need to pay us. Yeah.
Yes. We need to pay us.
You need to hashtag all of them. Attach everybody.
Last question before we get out of here. Do you set New Year's resolutions? And if so, do you have any unique or interesting ones to share for 2024?
I never set resolutions.
Okay.
What I try to set is personal and business goals.
Mm-hmm.
And I will read you all a couple of them.
Oh,
I just put this out on Facebook and everywhere, Twitter.
Breaking news. Breaking news.
The other day. So here are my personal / business goals for 24. Honest intention, integrity, match my energy or step off, intentional gratitude, help your sisters, brothers, no matter what, love, compassion, and empathy, and inclusion at all levels. That's what I'm doing in 24.
I love that. V, we have had so much fun. As usual, my plan questions did not get asked because we were having so much fun.
Of course.
I did my best.
All I'm going to get away is Southern chicken. That's my takeaway.
And now I want chicken. So I'm going to have to maybe go. Well, we'll see. It snowed a little last night, so I don't know if
I heard that. I saw some on the balcony. I don't know. Okay.
I saw some too. I was like, man. So we'll see. But it was always a pleasure talking to you, chatting with you.
Yes, love you guys. Glad we caught up.
The energy that you and Rich bring together is like the perfect balance of me, I guess.
Yeah. But, you know, Rich and I already have a podcast idea and a TV show.
My God, I'll watch it. But
you're watching. Wait a minute. You're not going to come on our TV show podcast. What's up with that?
I'm teasing you.
He just ditched us, V. You know that, right?
I'm teasing you. I feel like you, V, and Jamie Gaiman need to do something together. Yes. Like that's a perfect meld of like expertise, of perspectives. Like y'all gotta.
It would just mold together, you know. It would just flow.
Can I mention one last thing that I would like to see candidates do, even in the holiday season, and then when we go into the new year? I would like to see candidates right after they leave an interview, whether it's a Zoom interview or a in-person interview. I would like to see candidates write a handwritten thank you note and mail it
back.
That's what I want us to bring that back.
Bring it back. Let's do it.
Quick story. I accepted a position several years back. It went very well. I knew I was going to get an offer. When I got in the car, I already had an envelope, a card, and a stamp ready and addressed. All I had to do was seal it up, write it, seal it up, put it in the mailbox. On my first day, I walked in, said hi to my new manager, looked over in her office. What was sitting on her desk? My thing.
And it'll be postmarked the same day as your interview. Is that great?
It works. It works every single time. Do it.
Tips by V. There they are.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And make sure you come back for the next Trap Recruiter and the Shark Present. Rocking around the recruiter tree. See you next time.
Take care, V.
Thanks, V.
Take care, guys. Thank you.